So hi, Matthew.
Hi.
We're here at Superbooth.
18.
Superbooth 18 ALM booth, and you've got a whole case of new bits, pretty much, right?
Yeah. New prototype bits. Some closer to release than others. We've got 4 new modules, a sampler, a mini digital wavetable oscillator, a 5-channel envelope LFO and step sequencer, and a little 2 HP headphone output.
Cool, so let's have a look at the sequencer first.
The sampler?
Sorry, sampler, yeah. Let's have a look at the sampler.
Oh dear. Right, so the sampler has 8 channels of playback and sampling. It reads and writes to a USB stick, and then it has onboard RAM for low latency playback and whatnot. It's still pretty early days, but it's getting there. You know, like the sort of core functionality is there, but it's still got quite a way to go. I've got some samples loaded in, so I've got like a break here on channel 6, which I can start like that, and I can pitch it, get it looping, play it in reverse, reduce the rate, change the bit depth. Whoa! And then I can play. I've got some other sounds over the top, a little chord, and a little bit of little sub bass. And then you can also change like the loop and the start points and whatnot. You've got the sampling input here, which can be triggered externally, and it will send a trigger out, and it will automatically figure out endpoints and whatnot. It's designed to be very patchable, very quick to use. Not at all fiddly. I want it so you can patch your modular, like take a Takeo and patch sounds from that sample sounds from that very quickly, and then patch them up.
Because you can trigger it from the sampler. So,
yeah.
So
then it sends out a trigger.
It's going to find its own endpoints and start points itself.
And you can trigger it to start sampling. You can change where it's sampling to. It will continually sample like a tape loop, so it's going to be patched up as a delay. I want it to be sort of super fast to use, not fiddly, no like editing or anything, and
so is it kind of
very patchable?
Is it based on kind of any kind of classic samplers or anything, or did you take any cues from anything?
Not specifically, but a little bit from like an old Yamaha sampler that I've got with a Typhoon OS on it. And I want it to be more like that kind of thing, rather than like a DAW app that's kind of squidged into Euro, you know, and yeah, just sort of fast and fun and very patchable.
Excellent. So yeah, that's the sampler. So should we have a look at the other bits and pieces as well?
Yeah, so I've got 2 of the little 6 HP digital oscillator with like wave tables. We'll just have a listen. So that if I patch it in, is that coming out? Oh no, wrong one, there we go. So I'll just sweep it, you get noise, then like kind of classic waveforms, your triangles, your saws, sine wave, and then some more sort of interesting waveforms, nice little dinky style formatty thing, and then it has, so that's your like regular output. Then it's got 2 others. It's got a Alpha Juno style pulse modulated output, which adds pulse wave modulation to any of the waveforms. You can get some real nice sort of funky sort of sounds from it and sweep the waveform on that as well. And you can also change the amount of pulse width modulation with this input. And then finally there's a nice little sub as well.
And that's just a square wave?
Yeah, yeah. And it also has a sync input, like a sort of hard sync, which is nice. And then next up is the Quade Mega Slope, which is a 5-stage envelope, LFO and step sequencer, with each stage having control over the level, the sort of time it takes to get to that level, and also the slope, whether it's exponential, logarithmic, etc. And you can control where it loops from or where it sustains as an envelope. So I put it in loop mode, see it looping there, and I can change the time, change the length of it. Yeah, and you've got two outputs, like a bipolar and unipolar outputs, and then end of stage and end of cycle triggers, and gate and trigger inputs.
So the inputs at the top, is that?
Oh yeah, and voltage
CDs.
control
Okay.
over the level and the time.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, and it's quite nice as a sequencer because the time then becomes like a slide, so it's really nice for kind of like slidey, like, you know, wonky, yeah, sequences. And then, oh, I got one more, Ed. Oh, come on. This is the most important one. The 2 HP headphone output, which release is imminent. It has two inputs, an input which turns a mono signal into a stereo signal, and then it has a control so you can change the level of the headphones.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah,
stuff.
and it's only 2 HP, and it's quite solid. It doesn't bend.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and it's going to be nice and affordable, and it sounds good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So the new panel, is this just because these are prototypes, or is that a kind of new panel thing? That you're doing?
Well, it was a kind of an experiment, and it came out pretty good. I didn't know how it was going to come out, and I was pretty pleased with it. But I don't know what's going to happen next with it. I might do like some special editions. I might do like a complete case. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait and see what sort of feedback's. But feedback's been good so far.
So, in terms of kind of availability, do you have kind of timelines on any of these?
The headphone should be out as soon as I get back from Superbooth. I've got to sort that out. Should be out in the next month. And the rest, I'm just going to say sort of by the end of the year. That's what I'm going for.
Excellent.
Hopefully for Christmas.
Yeah, because we all want modules for Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love a new sampler for Christmas.
Would you? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, Ed. Maybe Santa will bring you one.
Thank you very much, Rafi.
Thank you.
Cheers.